our next session, we have even more captivating topics where we discuss about evolution, the only way to survive and thrive, which will be presented by business and coach speaker from Pragmatic Consultancy, Mr. Vatsal Shah.
Thank you, Vatsal from India. So if I don't connect in a local language, please pardon me. It would be great that if we can interact in English. But if you don't find something suitable or want to extend me, please let me know. Right? Today's my topic is evolution, and being a human race, we have been evolving with the time. And we all understand that because we have learned that in the school, in the science. But when we look at business, platforms, e-commerce, retail, sometimes we lag behind for evolving and sometimes we overdo. And that's where we go wrong. So today we will talk about the areas that how evolution can help, how it can help you grow faster and stay to the pinnacle or the summit of the business, and how you can continue thriving using this. If I give my short introduction, I'm a business coach from India and I help IT, e-commerce and digital marketing firms grow from small to big. I'm the only Asian as a board of directors at Magento Association. And for my bread butter, I coach and train people. And so far the count stands for 16,000 people, 225 CEOs and 85 organizations. You will find me in different ecosystems like WordPress, Laravel, e-commerce, startup ecosystem, and in Magento for sure. And I have a passion of giving back, so I keep working across the globe. Oh, sorry. Today, we are going to talk about gradual development, which is called evolution. If you think this, you can relate this diagram with the product development life cycle as well. And this is how our life also grows up. So at every sprint we end, we have a new version of our life. And that has been true for human beings, machines, technology, our mindset, business, everywhere. And it is always a journey from what you are and what you want to be. And it has something to do with the past, but it is always not true that your past is going to define your next future or evolution. So we will look at how we can upgrade ourselves with the time. And this is the picture we have all studied in the books, and this is how we are. But let me tell you an interesting story of Jurassic Park. How many of you have seen a movie called Jurassic Park? How many of you have been to Singapore Universal Studio? This is my favorite ride. Let me tell you a story of Jurassic Park. So there is a gentleman who thought about making a movie, and which has dinosaur as a hero. What they made is a first movie which has a monolithic solution architecture, which was not evolved with the time, which was heavy duty, everything is fixed. And they say, now we have made the best Jurassic Park, and it was hit. It was so popular that it won awards, and still we can recall the music and sound and graphics. They had assumption that this dinosaur will stay within the fence because the fence has electric wires going on and current is on. What happened is, dinosaur came out and Jurassic Park vanished. Human race didn't end there. Then they say, no, let's try again, let's evolve further. Now we have better dinosaurs, but we have better control mechanisms as well. We will also have flying dinosaurs, and that is where Jurassic Park 2 came in. And with the assumption that the bird cage will retain dinosaurs in, and again, it went into different direction. Then they thought, let's not have a monolithic architecture, we want to have control mechanism. Let's go for microservices. Let's look at the composition of it. And they created this creature called Blue, which has been featured in last 2 movies. So Blue is the dinosaur, they said, it is having different DNAs, chosen ones. And that is where we talk composable commerce nowadays. And then, again it went wrong, and then the next level of evolution. So at every stage, human beings feel that what they are making right now is the best. But what happens is, time, situation, and environment kills our current reality. And what happens is, we create and extend new reality for us. And this is how our business and life has been changing. That says to a point that we always live in expanded reality. Our reality is dependent on what we know about the situation, world graphics. So when I look at US market, I see a different reality. When I look at India, it's a different reality. When I look at Indonesia, it is a different reality. And our reality is true to us. So I come from a country where even street hawker who is selling fruit and vegetable taking digital payment and just at scanning the QR code and done. And I struggled to do so in US and Europe. So who has evolved? I don't know. What is our habit is we keep expanding our reality because we have a challenge, we have a mindset of challenging current status quo and be better. Human beings are never settled or never happy with what they have. Think about in India, he was happy in India, right? And suddenly they landed on the moon. So we have a habit of challenging current status quo and go to the next level. Today I will talk or touch upon 3 areas: evolution of digital commerce, e-commerce platforms evolution, and how as a business owner you can match this space. And is it needed to do it or not, or how much it is compulsory for you to do. So if you look at how e-commerce is evolving for the business owners, whether it is a B2C, D2C, marketplaces or wholesale, we started somewhere here and still it is there on the earth. We find mom and pop shops, some of the shops are the serial chain of the shops, and still they work in offline mode and the people love to go there and buy. Then we had an extended reality where we found that there are companies who also have a website, also have a mobile app, but all 3 channels are separate. So the customer is interacting at will to the different channels, and we felt that these are 3 different customers, 3 different user IDs, because here you are not capturing the data and you don't have a CDP coming in. And what happened is that becomes a reality for many people, that independent touch points are there and all are scaling up. Then we went further. What we looked at is some of the companies still are aspiring to have a connected commerce, where they can recognize is the same person buying through all the channels. And some large companies have already implemented that. And now world is talking about nirvana, which is connected commerce. And this is the current best reality we have. I wish that it is going to extend further. So here what happens is at all touch points, customer journey is mapped thanks to AI, personalization. It is called customer journey mapping and data and personalization. My friend is going to talk about it on personalization post-lunch. He will share more about it. But now the whole world is talking here when it comes to a commerce world. So I would name them like legacy, reality, aspirations, and nirvana. This is our current state of reality. And I think it is going to have the 5th one as well in coming 2 years' time. If we connect that with the evolution is here, so we started with digitization of point of sale, which is you can find in even the restaurants as well. You will find custom coded legacy software. I am that old who has coded e-commerce platform in PHP in 2005-06. And then we were talking about starting of e-commerce in 1999 and 2000, and it was the time where SEO and PPC just started. So people who are from that generation can relate what was that. Current generation which is sitting here, you have seen platforms straight available. And now even platforms are such that prepare your store in 30 seconds without giving inputs. Then we came into the monolithic system like WooCommerce, Magento, which has been popular. One of them I'm presenting now. And then we extended first to the mobile first because we found that people shop more on a mobile than on the web screen. Then we went to connected commerce. Then since 4 or 5 years, I see this buzzword called headless, composable commerce, and customer journey mapping, which large enterprises have already implemented, and the platforms like Adobe, SAP, or you can say Salesforce help you do that. Earlier it used to be a costly affair, but thanks to evolution, now it is available in cheaper options as well, so that everybody can have fun. Not only large brands can have a privilege of it. And now we are talking about AI, VR, metaverse, and talking about the world of digital experience platform, where world will evolve further. And we will be in a connected reality. Maybe we are virtually shopping, but we feel that we are in the shop. So I have seen recent demos like that as well. Think like you are sitting in Indonesia, Jakarta, feeling like you are on the streets of Vegas, talking to a person on the counter and buying things, and things are getting shipped from the nearest location. That may be our future reality coming in at a mass. So what happens is, it goes in our mind that how to do that in the business, how to connect that with the strategy, technology, and platforms, all three. Let's do that. This is how world evolve. If this can be a service evolution, business evolution, or product evolution. But this diagram says there is some development happens, then it is introduced into the market, then there is a growth, then it goes to the pinnacle, which is maturity, and then it declines. And with time passing by, business owners are always interested in this color, which is the profits. So where they are making profits. In the beginning, it is always below, it's in losses, and then gradually keeps going up. Now when we connect this to how to make a decision when to evolve, we look at technology and platforms available. So you always look at, this is the BCG matrix presented by Boston Consulting Group, which is very popular in strategy management class. So when you look at the annual growth rate of the market and you look at relative market share, you can connect that something which has low market share and relatively low growth rate is a dog. People divest money out of it. Then if you have a good market share, but you are not growing further because you are stagnant, you are already on the top, you are like a milking cow. People milk you more because you are profitable. Think that you have relative lower market share, but your growth rate is very fast. You are the challenging ones to the bigger platforms right now. You are a question mark. So I think AI is challenging all the platforms right now. All new convergence happening with the new tools coming in here, which is challenging the status quo of current leaders. Somebody who is not growing, but a leader, and somebody is growing and leader both. You can connect that with the Gartner's chart available, that who are the market leaders, who are the challengers, who are the visionary, who are stagnant, and who are going down. These are the people who are at top and growing fast as well. So when you look at leading market platforms like Shopify, you will find them here. You will find Salesforce coming here. You will find Adobe coming here. You will find WordPress coming here. If you look at microeconomy or MSMEs, you will find Wix also coming here. Right? Now let's connect both of them. So there is an introduction of new thing which start challenging, which is already having a growth stage, which is a star. Once you stop growing beyond a point, you become a milking cow, and from this point, you are going to decline. You will become a dog. If you evolve at this point, you have a chance to become star again. Otherwise, you will be dog for sure. Now, when we look at evolution, who are supposed to evolve when we talk about digital commerce space? Nowadays, people don't say e-commerce, people tell it is a digital commerce. So when you look at digital commerce space, who are supposed to evolve? Tech companies, agencies, and system integrators, business owners and the brands, and the platforms. All three keeps on evolving with the time in. Now, if you look at cost, so there are companies and there are business owners meet me in India or even in US somewhere. They say, is it required to evolve? Is it required to adapt new technology? Is it required to go for marketing automation? Is it required to get into DXP space? These all questions are there because it has a direct relevance with the total cost of ownership. These all are costly affairs when you implement something new. When you go into the transformation, it also have a cost of training your people, having new processes into the system. You may lose some people because they are not interested in doing so. And there is always a question that, will it be successful? Will I have a profit after doing it? How much worth time and effort it is? So when you look at this objectively, you are supposed to look at, some brands are innovators. They create something new first. And they have a longer life cycle of profitability. In the beginning, everybody tells them fool and idiots. These are the next generation which says, okay, these guys have tried, let me try again, and I want to become an early adapter. And these are the people also mint the market more. Why? Because they are in the beginning stage, they are starting it up. Then you will find big mass here, which is early majority and late majority. Even you are an early majority, you have a good chance to scale further. But if you are late, what happens is market is already taken by somebody. There is a huge market share taken away. It is gone. So you are starting at the point when it is starting to go down because you are not sure whether to take step or not. So last two set talks about laggards, or they are the procrastinators, or they are the late movers. Business does not give you chance again and again. There are some brands who find new things, they create new digital experience, and they say, wow. Let me give you an example of Decathlon in India. I am coming from tier 2 city from India, and Decathlon was the first store to go touchless. And they were not having even cash counter. And I'm not talking about COVID era, it was pre-COVID era also. They adapted it faster and it worked like blessings for them when COVID actually hit the market. So who they were? They were early adapters. And now look at the technology transformation they brought into their systems and the business. It worked like a magic. There are companies who have adapted AI way back. For example, Adobe has implemented Sensei or selling Sensei since 4 than 5 years. And there are companies who are saying, oh, now we are thinking about AI-based search and personalization and adaptation and customer journey. So you look at somebody started early, have an early mover advantage. Somebody starts late, they're always going to go with the lesser profit out. So when you look at, it also doesn't mean that you keep trying new things. But here you have to think like a startup, fail faster. So you try new things, you adapt, and if it doesn't work, you close it out, and then you venture into something new. It is always good when you talk about venture capital firm or investment banking firm, they always want you to grow at 20-25% year on year and with 20-25% profit margin. Why? Anything above, they say you reinvest into the company, expanding new realities or new platforms, that's how you evolve faster. If you look at more profitability, taking home money back, that's how the Indian entrepreneurs think, generally. But if this is the same psychology at Indonesia, you look at that you are not expanding enough. And it is a time where you are supposed to think, okay, what next I can bring in? Now, do everyone need it? So I believe that if you evolve before time, it is a disaster. One of my friend who launched food delivery app and order app in 2014-15 in India, in tier 2 city. Even he had advertisements going on in the cinema hall. And it was a disaster because it was ahead of time. Restaurants were not prepared enough to have online orders, fulfillment, and then they were walking in customers, so they were not clear about how to do it. But in 2019, 20, 21, 22, it has gone wildfire. So it was ahead of time, that's why it was a disaster. Now think somebody start now or later. Again, it is behind the time. So whether you do early or you do late, in both the cases, it can go wrong. So it's always good to stay in a spot, which is the second one, if you want to play safe. And if you are the company who is inventing, you are here. But if you are good innovator and evolver, you will be on the stage 2 or 3, not later than that. So it's always good to be there so that you can run your business in the profit and you keep going faster. You are supposed to connect this with your current reality, and that's where I love this word because it is also name of my company. You have to take a pragmatic decisions. You have to stay on a reality grounds instead of feeling fancy or emotional about some decisions. I always believe lizards stay into the market and dinosaurs die because they don't evolve with the time, right? So if you don't evolve on the time, there are chances to become a dinosaur. Key parameters or decision metrics you should keep in mind. What is the right time or how I should take a decision of evolution. You are supposed to look at size and stage of your business. So think that you have 100 SKUs, simple products, and you say, okay, I don't want fancy technologies, and I want to just sell into Indonesia or local market. Simpler technical solution is fine. If you don't want to spend heavy on, say, marketing automation and social commerce is working for you, it is fine. If you are a larger brand and you want to have customer data management across the globe, you have huge data assets which is coming from the different servers, you have content-driven commerce, then you have a different setup. So it is directly connected with what kind of size and stage you are. The way you make website for Rolex watches, you don't make for the Titan watches. So your size, scale, and reality has to be connected. Second, your go-to-market strategy. So if you are not thinking of a scope or total addressable market, which is the larger one, then you can also have a simplified version. Let world evolve with the new technologies, you don't need it. Because to lift 100 kg weight, your body should also have muscles. It's like giving a kid heavy duty solutions. So make sure that you don't take up which is not required for your business. You are supposed to look at current organization structure and the way your organizations are tuned. It is interesting, I found into the marketplace, there is somebody having a handheld device which helps you manage warehouses. That says this country is evolving with the warehouse management, digitization. I also found cold storage solution there. It's amazing. So when you look at if your organization structure and people tuned with getting into the evolution, you should do it. If it is not, it will be too big challenge. Though you may have aspiration, but you will die soon. Instead of going for nirvana, you will go to heaven. So it is important that you do right decisions for your company. You are also supposed to look at total cost of ownership. Do you have enough budget to be spent on tech and marketing? I would say tech is 30, marketing is 70. But sometimes people go wrong. They spend 70 on tech and 30 on marketing. Your business and brand thrives into market, not in your company. So it's important that you spend a good number of amount on marketing and marketing automation so that you reach to the mass. Areas where we get next gen technology, and then you look at where it is needed. So you are supposed to divide your business into primary function and secondary function. Think I'm an IT company. My primary functions is sales, marketing, and project management. Account, admin, and finance is not my primary function. Think about an e-commerce company or retailer. What are your primary functions are? You innovate that first. And later you invest into the technology for the rest of the areas. You must have ability to invest, not now, maybe next year and further. It's like interesting conversations. One of my clients was hiring a heavy, costly resource as a director of marketing. I said, is it in your budget? He said, yes, this year. How about next year and next year? Next to next year. Are you able to give him an increment? He said, no. He will out of my budget. Technology and marketing automation also comes like this. If you cannot ongoingly invest, it is bad and disastrous choice to invest into it. And the last, roadmap for 2 years. So when you look at larger brands, the way Madam presented, if I talk to them and their director of marketing, CIO, CTOs, they always look at roadmap of 2 years. They divide those 2 years into the 8 sprints, and each quarter they decide what they are going to adapt in marketing and tech. That is the right way to define and plan your business. An interesting point, we are the only element on earth who evolve with the same hardware because our software keep upgrading. But our business and technology is not like that. Our business and technology needs new hardware as well to be compatible with the new software. Human beings thrive because with the same machinery, we keep improving. Rest don't. So always look at whether it works for your business or not. At the end, I would say, always remember one thing. This is my tagline which I have been spreading across the world. And there is line of my business as well. Good is not good when better is possible. So if you don't evolve, you die. Now it's in your choice whether to be lizard or a dinosaur. Thank you. I'm open for questions.
All right. Okay, we're open up for a Q&A session. So, is there anyone? Okay, gentlemen, raise your hand.
Hi, thank you for the talk. My name is Jeno. I mean, I love this line right here. Like, do everyone need it? Evolving before time and behind the time is having disaster, right? But here's the thing. Nowadays, like everybody doing everything, they don't want to miss the train, right? But my real question is like, how authentically and hopefully effectively growing along the train? So do we still need authentic touch point on this matter?
So you have to start looking at who is your scope and addressable market. Answer is here. So if you are looking at the segment or target audience who are on X technology or X type of touch points, you are not supposed to invest on Y. Even your competitors are doing it, not necessarily you do it. And that is where we go wrong. We try to live somebody else's life. It's important that we live our company and our life. If something is important for company X to implement ERP, may not be necessary it is needed for company Y. So we have to look at within. We are also supposed to look at our target audience and segments, how they want us to behave, because our business thrives because of our customers. So what our customers really want, we have to do it instead of thinking that other company has taken up, let me do it. And that is also a tough place to be, because in the peer pressure and the competition, we do it. And that has been taught to us since childhood. Our moms used to tell, your friend got X amount of percentage, what you are doing. And that has been gone in, and that's how we live life.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
one more question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This gentleman right.
Yes, right now we are all understand that right now we have a lot of different innovation, and it's not about 2 years. Sometimes it's about 2 months. And my main question: what is like a credibility for you? Like 3 points when you're looking for the partners, and what is it? Main 3 points for credibility. Just don't make a lot of mistakes, because a lot of companies, a lot of people, and innovations.
So there are different kind of partners you bring in when you are looking at digital transformation. One would be maybe consulting firm. I would look at their subject matter expertise and past case studies. If it is a tech platform I'm bringing in as a partner, I will look at their ability to solve my problem, whether it is fitting it or not. And are they giving me something over which I don't need? Or they are just fitting as right features and right solution with my need. That is second. Third, I am also supposed to look at their past case studies, and if they are good, whether they are meeting in my budget or not. I think these are the major 3 points generally owners consider as when you talk about business owners, whether it is a manufacturing firm or e-commerce company or IT company. I think these are the most common 3.
Thank you.
And if you want to listen the 4th one, the technology which matches your past legacy systems is the better choice. From one particular planet, you can go to nearby planet, but you cannot have a longer shot, which is passing 3 planets at one go. So that also you have to look at. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone else?
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show, and stay here, enjoy the talks. I think after break, my friend is going to talk.
Okay. Thank you. It's such an eye-opening insight.